We've all heard it, right? But is it though? I don't know about you, but I've heard a lot of people saying, GTA is dead! Even some of my friends, and to be honest, that kind of pisses me off, because the only people that are saying that have absolutely no clue what's going on in the world of Grand Theft Auto at the moment. And honestly, they probably want GTA to die anyway, so we're gonna take a look at the actual stats to see if GTA Online is really dead or dying. What's up guys, I'm the Gaming Gorilla, and if you're one of those people that believes it's not dead and you actually do still play the game and you want a bit of a cash boost, we're doing a shark card giveaway, so make sure to enter that in the description below. It's no secret that pretty much every single person wants GTA 6 to be out already. I mean, who wouldn't, right? But just because GTA 5 is going on 6 years old doesn't mean that there's no one playing it. Unfortunately, that's sort of just the nature of games today. You've got your Call of Duties, your Battlefields and all that, and after a few months, people sort of stop playing them and you see the player count drop a hell of a lot, right? GTA is not one of those games. In terms of post-content release, I'd compare it to games like maybe Destiny or The Division, Warframe, World of Warcraft, those types of games, right? And don't get triggered at me, alright? I'm not saying it's like those games, of course it's way cooler, obviously. But I guess if you're looking at it from a distance, you wouldn't think it has as good of player retention as games like that do. And the main reason for that, I think, is because games like Destiny and all that have these really heavily promoted paid DLCs every few months. Whereas GTA does it a bit differently, right? They don't do these massive paid, heavily promoted DLCs. They just sort of do it in updates that are a bit more low-key. But it's undoubtedly working, and that can be seen through the player count, so let's have a look at them. On Steam alone, in the past 4 years, GTA's player count has hovered around the 40 to 50,000 average players mark. And if we scroll up from 2015, the average player count continues to get even higher. Like, look man, this is crazy. It's a lot harder to get player counts for PS4 and Xbox One because they don't really release them like Steam does, but according to various articles, the PS4 player count is up to 5 times more than the PC's player count. And just judging off the Xbox compared to PS4 sales, I'd say Xbox is probably at least half of PS4's player count. So if we do the maths, the average player count across all platforms is probably around 3 to 500,000 players at any given time. That's crazy. And I get the whole concept around the argument where people just say, yeah, people still play it, but there's nothing to do, they're just hardcore fans. And that's a fair argument to an extent, but I'm gonna have to disagree. GTA has done a really good job at adding content throughout its life cycle, and with the Casino DLC that just came out a couple weeks ago, it's sort of brought new life to GTA Online. And that's backed up as by Rockstar said themselves that the past week has seen more players than ever in GTA Online, with records set for the biggest day and biggest week of player numbers since the game first launched in 2013. That is absolute madness. And if you want to go even further, TezFunds2 tweeted last week that in the first day of the casino's release, over 800,000 players had played the first mission in the storyline. Hashtag justice for Vincent. And at least here in Australia, every single month, yes, every single month since 2013, GTA has been one of the top 10 digital selling games on the PlayStation Store. So it sort of makes us ask the question, is GTA 5 still worth buying and playing today? And for most of us that are familiar with GTA Online, we would all say that the answer to that question is a resounding yes. If you haven't played the game in a few years or you've just never seen it before, the game's pretty much unrecognizable from a few years ago because the post-release DLC plan has been executed pretty much to perfection by Rockstar. Even as a hardcore GTA fan, I'll be the first to admit that at launch, there really wasn't that much to do in GTA Online. I mean, you could complete a decent amount of missions for some money, and of course you could do stuff like races, but other than that, the only real way to make money was through robbing stores and killing people, I guess. If you're someone that hasn't played GTA since launch, or haven't even played it before, the amount of properties alone that have been added into the game is mind-blowing, and that's not even touching on the number of vehicles, missions, heists, races, and events that have been added since. I could honestly spend hours going through each individual thing that's been added, but you're not here for that. And it's not a perfect game, I've got to be honest. There is plenty of griefing, and as a beginner, it might even be a bit tough to get into. And remember as well, it's 6 years old, so in terms of gameplay, gunplay in particular, it might even feel a bit outdated. but it's also the type of game that, I don't know, the way I explain it to my friends is it's sort of a transcendent game, in a way, if that makes sense. It's the type of game that no matter how good or how much better other games get, GTA will always be one of the best and most fun games to play. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. If you haven't played the game before and you like modern day games and you sort of like games that have a bit of a grind to them, buy it. You won't regret it. This isn't a review, after all. I mean, there's plenty of those out there. I'm just letting you know that the game is still a load of fun and there's still lots of people playing it. So if you enjoyed the video and if you love the crap out of GTA 5, smack that like button, I do appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!